What's up, Guardians? In this video we're going to be talking about when to hold your ground and when not to. In the Crucible, and especially the Trials of Osiris, you'll find that you have to make split-second decisions that can win you the round, especially if you're the last one standing. If you hesitate or read the situation wrong and make the wrong decision, it can cost you the round. You have to know how to read a situation and make the correct choice in these high-pressure moments in order to maximize your success rate and make it to that lighthouse more often. I'm going to show you two clips and break them both down. In this clip, the round has just started. It's Rusted Lands, and I'm looking at one of the spots players like to go to through a gap in the platform here. My position gives me the advantage, my sniper is out, and I pop this poor warlock in the head before he can react. I immediately, with a minor stumble, make my way over to his body to keep his teammates off of it. My radar tells me there's no one around, so I run back to my teammates to check on them. Seeing they have their positioning down, and the enemy is hesitant to push, I run back to the Warlock's ghost to make sure they don't come around for a quick res. I'm staying vigilant, and I'm looking for enemies, and as I'm doing that, my two teammates both go down to the enemy team while I'm not around. Now at this point, they have the advantage. I'm in a position where they can easily flank me, and it's 2-on-1. I'm trying to look out for them, but their teammate is probably feeding them information, and they're staying out of my line of sight, tossing nades and shooting in my direction, forcing me to back up. My team is trying to give me info and tips like go around and get the reses as they go for him, and I feel like all it's going to do is give them enough time to run to the res and run back to my team as I'm resing them since I have so much more distance to run. I'm telling them I have a plan, and I decide to stand my ground. I'm watching my radar, and I see that one's coming from below to jump up and get the res, probably while his teammate, who isn't on my radar, goes for the flank. I'm a Night Stalker, so the zone control my abilities give is excellent. I wait for him to get really close, and I toss both a Vortex Nade and an Envenomed at the orb. He gets stuck, and I know I have to deal with the other Warlock flanking me. He's coming from the stairs behind me, and I know he's looking at the top of the stairs. I jump in the air, using my vertical space to get the advantage. Since he's looking at the top of the stairs, he doesn't have time to line up his shot again while I'm lining up mine as I'm dropping down. I make quick work of him and turn around, making sure I have the top of the stairs to cover my body as I prepare for the next engagement, but it doesn't really matter. The Vortex and Envenomed combo took the last guy out, and the round is won. Now, this next clip is the opposite. A series of events happen that stops me from being able to hold my ground and forces me to run. I'm here watching the right side, and I see my teammate was taken out on the left. No one's on my side, so I assume my remaining teammate is stuck in a 3v1, and I rush over. My remaining teammate is away from my downed teammate's ghost, so I know the enemy team is going to want to seize control of it and push. I rush up and toss an Envenomed and Vortex on his ghost. I made the mistake of not tossing them at the same time, but it doesn't really matter since he was unable to escape anyway. I've evened up the odds, and I'm able to get the res, giving us the advantage. There's a Titan on the left, and I make a mistake. I have two teammates on the left to deal with him, and I turn away from the ghost to deal with him as well, allowing the other Titan to jump up and get the res. I try to snipe one, but I overpredict his movements and miss my opportunity. I realize it's back to a 2v2, and I push the enemy's ghost, expecting my teammate to get the res on our down teammate, which was another mistake. I expected it without communicating, and he pushes up into two enemies and dies to a Blade Dancer. That's two mistakes, both on our part. At this point, I'm already too far pushed up. I won't make it back to the enemy's ghost before his teammate does, so I continue on and watch the doorway. Fearing a Blade Dancer, I toss an Envenomed at the door to keep him at bay and zoom in for a snipe. I make yet another mistake, and I aim too low and not at head level. He gets me low, and at this point, I know I cannot afford to hold my ground. It's 3v1, and I have to get out of there. I retreat back to the outside doorway and line up a snipe. I was too slow though, and I missed the opportunity. He gets damage on me, and I shade step up to the side of the door for cover. I make sure my weapons are both reloaded, and I go to line up another shot. Again, I'm too slow, and I try to compensate for it, but I only land a body shot. At the very least, it forces him back, and I push up to try and finish him. Again, I mess up thinking I had Envenomed and lose an opportunity to throw my grenade earlier and kill him. I toss it anyway and force him back. I realize his teammate is pushed up behind me, and I shade step to avoid fire. I run past the pillar and jump into the air to break from his line of sight. He tried to snipe me, and because of that, I have time to line up my shot in the air and drop down to the ground as he's swapping back to his primary. Once he's down, I book it. My Vortex probably ran out, and that hunter is probably starting to pursue me. All that's in between me and my teammate now is the remaining Titan on their bodies. The other Titan probably called out I was pushing, so he pushes as well to intercept me. I see him coming, I start to go for the snipe, but I fear the shotgun. I wrap around the pillar and I let him fly right past me. I see the hunter got the res on the dead Titan and I see my opportunity. I've messed up too many times to mess up again. I have to get the reses and even this back up. I get them and it goes into overtime. The point is up and we're closer to it. I tell them to get on the point and the enemy hunter is right on them. All three drop down and I toss a smoke to get the kill. Expecting the two Titans to be close behind, I run over to the lower ground next to it and catch them off guard, unexpectedly using my teammates as distractions. It works out though, even my teammates die, the two Titans don't know where I am. I'm safe to use my bow, get the kill on one with it, and clean up the remaining tethered Titan to win the round. Now, a lot of decisions were made there, and so was a lot of mistakes. That's okay though, I'm human, we all are. Making a mistake isn't the most preferable thing, but it isn't the worst either as long as you can make a quick follow-up decision to compensate for it. How can you learn how to instinctively make these kinds of decisions though? Well, of course, the age-old play and practice. Watching other players who can make decisions like these helps as well, and if you're able to watch your gameplays and review your actions, that'll be a great help too. Watching that last clip, I noticed a ton of things I could have done better, and I'll keep that in mind for the next time I'm put in a position like that. Unless you're on last gen, then you have a way to record and watch your gameplays. Both the Xbox One and PS4 allow you to save gameplay and watch it back. So, try that out if you're really looking to get better. The biggest and most important thing to do to get better is to want it, to want to get better. If you want it enough, then you will try hard enough and you will improve. I was pretty average at first, and this kind of stuff helped me to become the slightly above average player I am now. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.